Hey, welcome again to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West. This is a power verse for December the 30th, 2021. And I call this the Christian and Temptation. If you've been around the Bible for long, you're probably aware of this verse. It is desperately important. It is 1 Corinthians 10:13. Hope you'll subscribe, hit the bell, make comments, give me thumbs up, send this video to someone it could really be helpful to them, and pray, ask God to use my channel to get his word out, to touch lives and change people. The old hymn said, I grew up with old hymns. I've been in church since I was a couple weeks old. It said this: yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin. Sounds easy, right? Just don't yield. But how? How do you just not yield? Look at 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you're tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. Temptation is common to one and all. You never get too old to be tempted, and the young get tempted too. It's been a long time since I was young, but I remember the temptation, and it never goes away. The devil never backs off. The Apostle Paul, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, gives us 3 keys to handling temptation today. Number 1, you're not the first, okay? You're not the first. The first part of our verse says, no temptation has seized you except what is common to man. Yep, you're not the first. Everybody else deals with what you're dealing with. Remember that whatever temptation you're dealing with has been tempting people for about 10,000 years, that as far as we can figure from history. As long as man's been around, he's been tempted by the stuff you're being tempted with. You are not the first. The temptation has been handled by some people, and some people, the temptation has handled some people, and some people have handled the temptation, but it's not new. You're not the first. Second, God is faithful. God is faithful when it comes to temptation. What does it mean when under temptation to say that God is faithful? It means what it says, that he won't let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. He will not. Temptation is like everything else. For God's faithfulness to take effect, you have to let him in to take charge of your tough times. You usually do that by prayer and surrender. If you feel far from God, guess who moved? He didn't go anywhere. You did. Stay close to him. Stay close to him because he is faithful. Third, God will provide a way out. He will provide a way out so you can stand up under it and not be defeated by temptation. Think of it like this. If you're trying to get out of a room, you have to look for the door. You have to look for the door. You have to look for God's way out. He has one, and it's waiting for you. The exit sign is above the door. Go out the door, find it, and leave. If you're in a bedroom about to cheat on your husband or your wife, get up and leave. Walk out the door. If you're tempted with a porn site, put the cursor over the X and click out. Get out the door. Take the exit sign. If you're tempted to take the pill, the dangerous drug, take the exit sign. Go to the toilet, dump it in the toilet, and flush it. Take the way out. Leave. Okay? So remember these 3 things. First, you're not first. Second, God is faithful. And third, God will provide a way out. So here's how I used to put it to teenage boys when I was their youth pastor. I would say something like this. If you're making out with your girlfriend in the back seat of your car and you're tempted, 3 things. Open the door, get out, run. The Christian and temptation. God will give you a way out. Take it. I'll see you tomorrow.